Welcome to the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Interviews, a series we created to give even more exposure to startups from the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Network. Today I'm here with Rafael Coelho of Tidewise. Tidewise offers autonomous systems and unmanned maritime vehicles to improve operations at sea. But Rafael will tell us more. So welcome, Rafael. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hello, Leonardo. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm Rafael.
Pleasure.
I'm the founder of Tidewise, and I'm here today to explain a little bit what's our business model and what we do. So we are based in Brazil, and we develop and operate unmanned surface vehicles for maritime operations.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Can you tell us something more about what does it involve? What kind of unmanned vehicles are these? Small, big ones, and what type of operations do you do for what type of industry? So the general understanding of what the company and the product is.
Right. So we are starting with a small vehicle, 5 meters long, but she's capable of providing service for harbor operation, coastal and offshore. Our main market is the offshore industry in Brazil. That's very strong. And also the harbors. There is a lot of new harbors being created in Brazil, and they need a lot of service in terms of bathymetry, weather monitoring, and environmental monitoring, including water quality. But also we are developing a system to identify oil spills at sea. And that's being developed together with Repsol Sinopec. But our plan is to grow in size of vehicles. We already have a 50-meter vessel being designed, and that will be connected to a ROV to have a inspection system totally remote. And that's a big topic in the oil and gas industry right now. And we also have projects to develop bigger vehicles up to 24 meters. That's our current plan. It's hard to say where the technology will be in 5 years, but that's our plan for the next 2-3 years.
Absolutely. Wow, very interesting. So basically you have what you call small, actually I call largish, because 5 meters is already like a sizable, like it's a small boat. It's not just a small thing that like drones that are very, very small.
Right.
And actually you're planning to grow up to the size of almost a small ship. In fact, 24 meters is when a vessel becomes a ship. So you're not going to do unmanned ships for the moment, but definitely unmanned vehicles. And actually, from what I understand, this big one would be the base for ROV vehicles that are probably tethered for inspection around submerged structures, right?
Right. Even the medium size one, that's 15 meters, will be able to do this kind of service. We developed part of this technology using the current vessel we have, the 5 meters one. We are working on the software integration and all the software architectures to allow it to become the system to become capable of doing this kind of operations. Yeah, but we are not looking into unmanned ships right yet, but future might.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was joking, but it might well be that you move into that in that direction. So yeah, and you also explained already about who are the type of clients that you would serve. That could be typically oil and gas, but also coastal agencies for bathymetry and things like that, and that you are focusing specifically at the moment on the Brazilian market, right? So I would like to ask you, how's it going with clients? So are you running pilots with them, or are you already in say production, meaning that you have clients that are really paying clients, and what's the trajectory, how you're growing? Can you tell us something about this?
Right. Yeah, we are now running pilot projects with oil and gas industries, clients, oil and gas companies. Everything was a little bit delayed because of COVID. We had almost 3 months delay in our pilot projects, but now things are going back in track, and we are actually planning to be in the water in the next couple of weeks.
Good.
And that will allow us to start like have traction in terms of revenue and providing service. Just reinforcing, we don't sell our vehicles, we only provide service using our own vehicles. And at the moment, yeah, we are looking only at the Brazilian market, but in the next 2-3 years, we should be going globally.
Okay, yeah. I think this is important to remember that you have vehicles, but you offer these vehicles as a service. So you don't sell them, you don't lease them, you own them, and you use them to perform specific activities as a service.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, understood. Very interesting. And so now I would say, well, so in a sense, it's a very capital intensive business because you own the vessels. Now, how are you doing with funding? How did you do so far? Did you raise funds? And more importantly, what are the plans for the future? If you're fundraising, which time scale and what size of fundraising are you planning to?
Right. Yeah, we did have angel funding at the beginning, late last year, and that allowed us to create the first vehicle and develop the technology up to the stage we are now. That's fully operational. So allow us to become operational and actually start make money. We are planning to have another series of investment by the end of this year, beginning of next year, and that will be for a scale-up plan. So the plan is to build a fleet of vehicles of the same design, so not spending more money in terms of development, but just spend this cash in scaling up.
Yes, yeah. So this is funding that you're looking for at the moment. You're looking to raise.
Correct. Yeah, we are looking to raise cash now for scaling up, and we are calling it a Series A because we had a seed or angel funding, depends how we call it.
Yeah.
It depends when it comes. The value depends a lot when it comes, because of course we are launching the boats now, and depends how much traction we have with the current vessel.
Of course. So you're exploring right now what could be the real need for cash to grow, but definitely you are on the radar. You should be on the radar of investors who plan to be in the space, and so that they are able to know exactly when you're going to raise and how much. So well, it's a great perspective. And definitely very interesting. There are several startups who are doing something in the same space, not that they are competing with you, but all which is related to autonomous, like water sort of exploration and understanding is very interesting, and is related as it's a service for maritime, but it could also be for maritime and for oil and gas, of course, but it could also have implications in say, oceanography and other things. So it's a space that is very interesting, and which has real, say, assets and real things that do great stuff, and so it's much less like virtual than just a digital startup. So
Exactly.
Thinker, it's very very interesting. Well, great hearing all of this. Thank you for being with us. I really wish you the greatest success, and
thank you very much, Leonardo.
The next steps.
Yep.
And
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rafael.
Bye.
Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.